Hi, Caleb from Brownells here, and in today's quick tip, I wanted to talk about Aluma-Hyde II. And I know you're probably thinking this should be a product spotlight because we're talking about a product here, but I wanted to give you some of the do's and don'ts of Aluma-Hyde II. So we're getting a lot more of this stuff in stock here lately, so I kind of want to do I know a lot of you think you know how to use a rattle can so you don't read the back label on the Aluma-Hyde. But this isn't your typical rattle can, so that's why we need to talk about it. Now, I know I promised before that we were going to do like a full painting your gun type video series, and that is still definitely coming, but this, hopefully this will kind of hold you over a little bit in the meantime. So, do's and don'ts of Aluma-Hyde II. If you've ever used any kind of rattle can before, like your Krylon, Rust-Oleum, whatever, you can just kind of shake it a little bit, open up the cap, and then go to town and not have to worry about much. Because this product is so much more, this is, I dare say, the most durable spray-on finish you can get in a rattle can. It's insane. It's way different than your typical stuff. And I know it's called Aluma-Hyde. It's not just for aluminum. You can use it on anything you can use a traditional rattle can paint on. Now, the biggest mistakes or the biggest issues we really see with this, sometimes customers will get it, they won't shake it up enough, they'll spray it, and then the paint's kind of going on inconsistent as far as the sheen goes. So you'll get some areas that are really glossy, some areas that are not. That's because you didn't shake the can enough. So shake the can a lot. Because of what's in here, it's like I said, it's not your typical rattle can. You got to shake it way more than that to get everything to mix properly. And whenever you think you're done shaking it, start over and shake it some more. That's just how it is. It's like a Polaroid picture in a can, if you will. Just keep shaking it. Do a shot every time I say shake it. So moving on to the actual nozzle. The nozzle is where we see a lot of issues as well. As you can see, I use this product. This nozzle's pretty dirty. This is not a new can, so yours should come clean, so don't worry about that. But the chemical, I'll say chemical, not chemical, but the stuff inside of this can that makes the matte finish a matte finish is stuff called talc, right? So that talc can actually clump together, and if it does that, it can get clogged in the pickup tube. So inside this can, there's a long tube that runs down. So that pickup tube can get clogged. If it does get clogged, what you need to do is remove the nozzle, all right? I'm not gonna try and put it back on in here because I'm gonna end up spraying paint. So it's off now, it's off for good. All right, this is another nozzle that we sell. It's called a clean out nozzle. Basically, it's just a wide open hole that goes all the way through the nozzle itself. So you put this on, all right, and then you spray it and it'll clean out that pickup tube. So these are super handy to have. We sell them in a multiple pack, I believe. So, I mean, but they'll last you forever. You only need to buy it once and you can use them on your cans for pretty much ever. So if you're buying Aluma-Hyde, just buy a pack of clean out nozzles. They're super cheap. So grab those and that'll solve any issues you have with the pickup tube or the nozzle. Now, if it's your first time spraying out of the can, or any time you spray out of the can, I should say, when you're done spraying your workpiece and you're gonna put the can up for storage, flip the can upside down and spray until paint stops coming out. So you'll flip the can upside down, spray, paint will shoot out, then it'll stop. It'll just start spraying air. Once it starts spraying air, you can stop. Don't try to wipe the nozzle or anything like that because you're gonna end up clogging it. Just leave it. Set the can down. You're done. You're good to go. Can's good for storage. And honestly, that's kind of a practice that's good for any rattle can, not just the Aluma-Hyde. So those are the two main issues or main complaints we see about Aluma-Hyde, and that's how to fix them. It's easy to fix. You don't need to replace the can, throw the can away. You don't need to do that. It's good. It's still good stuff. I'll give you a little bonus one here too. So when you're actually spraying, we get complaints like, oh man, the Aluma-Hyde it's going on rough. There's a rough finish. That's because you're spraying too far away from the actual work piece. if you spray too far away from the workpiece, what's happening is the Aluma-Hyde's actually drying somewhat before it hits what you're spraying, and that's why you have a rough finish. So what you need to do in that case is actually get closer and spray. And whenever you're spraying technique is pretty much everything. You don't just pick up the can and start going to town like you're spray painting graffiti, right? What you need to do is actually start spraying, spray over the workpiece, one smooth motion, all the way off the workpiece, and then stop. And then you repeat that process. Don't go back and forth, because then you're going to end up overspraying on the ends, and then you're going to start seeing running. So spraying technique's everything as well. I know I'm not going into super detail on that because we're going to do a full spray on finish series, like I mentioned before, where we're going to actually demonstrate. You'll be able to watch me paint and demonstrate and talk about it there. So if you have any questions or comments, you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to post them down below. If not, you're watching this on the website, I'll link all the products down below. So just scroll down, you'll see them. And feel free to give us a call on the tech line if you need any help. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.